Work done is A property of the system. B path function. C point function. D state description of a system. The correct answer is path function. Entropy of the system decreases when A snow melts into water. B a gas expands spontaneously from high pressure to low pressure. C water is converted into ice. D both B C. The correct answer is both B C. Extensive properties of a thermodynamic system depend upon the of the system. A specific volume. B temperature. C mass. D pressure. The correct answer is mass. The equation TdS dPdV applies to A single-phase fluid of varying composition. B single-phase fluid of constant composition. C open as well as closed systems. D both B and C. The correct answer is both B and C. If an ideal solution is formed by mixing two pure liquids in any proportion, then the of mixing is 0. A enthalpy. B volume. C both A B. D neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A B. Near their critical temperatures, all gases occupy volumes that of the ideal gas. A less than. B same as. C more than. D half. The correct answer is less than. The free energy change for a chemical reaction is given by where K equilibrium constant. A RT ln K. B RT ln K. C R ln K. D T ln K. The correct answer is RT ln K. Free energy fugacity and activity coefficient are all affected by change in the temperature. The fugacity coefficient of a gas at constant pressure with the increase of reduced temperature. A decreases. B increases. C remains constant. D decreases logarithmically. The correct answer is increases. In the reaction H2I2 to high addition of an inert gas will A increase the partial pressure of H2. B increase the partial pressure of I2. C increase the total pressure and hence shift the equilibrium towards the right. D not affect the equilibrium conditions. The correct answer is not affect the equilibrium conditions. What is the number of degrees of freedom for liquid water in equilibrium with a mixture of nitrogen and water vapor? A2. B0. C3. D1. The correct answer is 2. The temperature at which a real gas obeys the ideal gas laws over a wide range of pressure is called the temperature. A critical. B boil. C inversion. D reduced. The correct answer is boil. If the molar heat capacities Cp or Cv of the reactants and products of a chemical reaction are identical, then with the increase in temperature the heat of reaction will A increase. B decrease. C remain unaltered. D increase or decrease depends on the particular reaction. The correct answer is remain unaltered. All gases above its inversion temperature in a throttling process will show A heating effect. B no change in temperature. C a cooling effect. D either A or C. The correct answer is a heating effect. First law of thermodynamics is mathematically stated as A dq dw. B dq dw. C dq dw. D dw dq d. The correct answer is dq dw. Pick out the wrong statement. A surface tension of a substance vanishes at critical point as there is no distinction between liquid and vapor phases at its critical point. B entropy of a system decreases with the evolution of heat. C change of internal energy is negative for exothermic reactions. D. The eccentric factor for all materials is always more than 1. The correct answer is the eccentric factor for all materials is always more than 1. Translational kinetic energy of molecules of an ideal gas is proportional to where T absolute temperature of the gas. AT, BT, CT2, D1T. The correct answer is T. Equation which relates pressure, volume, and temperature of a gas is called the A equation of state, B Gibbs Duhem equation, C ideal gas equation, D none of these. The correct answer is equation of state. Clausius-Clapeyron equation gives accurate result when the A vapor pressure is relatively low and the temperature does not vary over wide limits. B vapor obeys the ideal gas law and the latent heat of vaporization is constant. C volume in the liquid state is negligible compared with that in the vapor state. D all A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B and C. The temperature at which a real gas obeys the ideal gas laws over a wide range of pressure is called temperature. A boil, B inversion, C critical, D reduced. The correct answer is boil. The expression for entropy change SNCP ln T2T1 is valid for the of a substance. A simultaneous pressure temperature change, B heating, C cooling, D both B and C. The correct answer is both B and C. For a single component two-phase mixture the number of independent variable properties are A2, B1, C0, D3. The correct answer is 1. Law of thermodynamics ascertains the direction of a particular spontaneous process. A zeroth, B first, C second, D third. The correct answer is second. At normal boiling point molar entropy of vaporization is Joule K dot mole. A 72, B 92, C 142, D 192. The correct answer is 92. For an ideal solution the value of activity coefficient is A0, B1, C1, D1. The correct answer is 1. The expression NCVT2T1 is for the of an ideal gas. A work done under adiabatic condition. B coefficient of thermal expansion. C compressibility. D none of these. The correct answer is work done under adiabatic condition. The number of degrees of freedom at the triple point of water is A0, B1, C2, D3. The correct answer is 0. Which of the following is a widely used refrigerant in vapor compression refrigeration system using large centrifugal compressor? A. Freon, B. Liquid sulfur dioxide, C. Methyl chloride, D. Ammonia. The correct answer is Freon. Internal energy is equal to the heat absorbed in case of an process. A. Constant volume, B. polytropic, C. Adiabatic, D. Constant pressure. The correct answer is constant volume. The first law of thermodynamics is a restatement of the law of conservation of A. Mass, B. Energy, C. Momentum, D. None of these. The correct answer is energy. Joule-Thomson coefficient for a perfect gas is A0, B positive, C negative, D none of these. The correct answer is 0. In an adiabatic process the A heat transfer is 0, B temperature change is 0, C work done is a path function, D enthalpy remains constant. The correct answer is heat transfer is 0. A nozzle is a device which A. increases kinetic energy and decreases pressure. B. reduces kinetic energy and increases pressure. C. reduces both kinetic energy and pressure. D. increases both kinetic energy and pressure. The correct answer is increases kinetic energy and decreases pressure. During a phase transition changes A. pressure, B. volume, C. temperature, D. all A, B, and C. The correct answer is volume. The work done in an adiabatic change in a particular gas depends upon changes in the only A. temperature, B. specific heat, C. volume, D. pressure. The correct answer is temperature. The value of gas constant R is A. 1.987 calories gm mole K, B. 1.987 BTU pound mole R, C. both A and B, D. neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A and B. In an isothermal process on an ideal gas, the pressure increases by 0.5%. The volume decreases by about %. A. 0.25, B. 0.5, C. 0.75, D. 1. The correct answer is 0.5. Which of the following is not a unit of the equilibrium constant Kp, where X number of moles of products, number of moles of reactants? A. atm X when X is negative, B. atm X when X is positive, C. dimensionless when X 0, D. atm X2 when X 0. The correct answer is atm X2 when X 0. Pick out the correct statement. A. The available energy in an isolated system for all irreversible real processes decreases. B. The efficiency of a Carnot engine increases if the sink temperature is decreased. C. The reversible work for compression in non-flow process under isothermal condition is the change in Helmholtz free energy. D. all A, B, and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. Partial molar quantities are important in the study of A. ideal gases, B. ideal solutions, C. non-ideal mixtures, D. a pure component. The correct answer is non-ideal mixtures. Number of degrees of freedom for a three-phase system in equilibrium comprising of three non-reacting chemical species is A. 2, B. 0, C. 1, D. 3. The correct answer is 2. Critical solution temperature or the consolute temperature for partially miscible liquids, e.g. phenol water, is the minimum temperature at which A. a homogeneous solution, say of phenol water, is formed. B. mutual solubility of the two liquids shows a decreasing trend. C. two liquids are completely separated into two layers. D. none of these. The correct answer is a homogeneous solution, say of phenol water, is formed. Enthalpy H is defined as A. HEPV, B. HFTS, C. HEPV, D. none of these. The correct answer is HEPV. 1 ton of refrigeration is defined as the heat rate corresponding to melting of 1 ton of ice in 1 hour, B. day, C. minute, D. second. The correct answer is day. Functions are exemplified by heat and work. A. path, B. point, C. state, D. none of these. The correct answer is path. In an irreversible process, A. TdS dDW0, B. dDW TdS0, C. TdS dDW0, D. TdS dTdW0. The correct answer is TdS dDW0. What is the number of degree of freedom for a system of two miscible non-reacting species in vapor liquid equilibrium forming an azeotrope? A. 3, B. 2, C1. D 0. The correct answer is 1. The entropy change in a reversible isothermal process when an ideal gas expands to 4 times its initial volume is A R log E4, B R log 10-4, C CV log 10-4, D CV log E4. The correct answer is R log E4. PV constant where CP/CV is valid for an process. A isothermal, B isentropic, C isobaric, D adiabatic. The correct answer is adiabatic. Claude gas liquefaction process employs cooling. A at constant pressure, B by throttling, C by expansion in an engine, D none of these. The correct answer is by expansion in an engine.